Good morning, everyone. It is that time of year. I've been traveling a lot and wanted to make some new videos, basically showing the different types of things that I encounter, the different cuts, and specifically what tools I'm using. So real quick, I want to go over what I'm going to be using today. This is very much worth having, a four-way splitter for a hose, especially if you're running multiple tools with water. That way you don't have to keep unhooking and rehooking. You can just set up off of one. Again, a splitter with a GFI, even though most of my tools have GFIs on them, some of them don't. So I do have a three-way splitter with a GFI. I'm fortunate enough, I've got two different grinders. I've got a little 4-inch Makita, and then I had this DeWalt, and I will be running my contour blade on it. Both 60 and 150 grit. These are Alpha Diamond pads. I'll be using a 1.5-inch vacuum brazed, which if you saw the last video, you know I really like this. And I will be using this bit today. My personal preference on profilers, this is a demi bowl profile with a bearing underneath. It is a PFB 101. I've got ear protection. I've got eye protection. I've got my favorite apron. ESC 150, 6-inch with a katana blade. A piece of plywood for my straight edges. And that's the tools that I'm going to be using today. Also, these little Night Eyes gear ties, I get these at Lowe's or TSC. Both of them sell them. I imagine Home Depot does as well. These are so nice to help keep your cords wrapped up neatly so that they don't get kinked. My water hoses, I keep them wrapped up in them. So yeah, pick those up. They're relatively cheap. And we'll go ahead and get into this. It's raining outside and raining enough that I don't feel like standing in the rain, so I'm going to do this just inside the door of my garage, and I'll be back in a minute once I'm set up. All right, so this is a pool scupper cover that we had to do. Actually, the one that I went up to Michigan and did was for a spiral staircase where there was a pole coming up through. This particular circle is 10 3/4. That one was 8.5-inch circle. This one I'm making a little bit bigger for the largest pool covers. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter as far as the circle size. Some do work, some are a little more of a challenge, but this is a really big hole and it's close to the edge, so this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Intentional, of course. This corner is broke. Again, I'm using broken display pieces and scrap. I've marked this out with a Sharpie on here so that you can see it. Ordinarily, I'd have tape or G-tape on here. And what I want to do is I'm going to let some water run because I don't have water for the tools that I'm going to do this with. But I want to show you that it can be done. The main tools are going to be my little grinder and then this big DeWalt. Had this for a little bit. This DeWalt is 11,000 RPM. This particular blade is 12,000. I think it's 12,000 RPM on this blade. So I'm within spec. I mounted everything correctly. So now from here, what we'll do is I'm going to chase the inside edge of this line with this first, and then I will use this this particular grinder to do the cutout. It can also be done with the ESC 150. It's one of the nice things is you can put that contour blade on the ESC 150 as well. Nice and easy, next to no pressure, removing just the line. There's a little bit of chipping, but I will handle that. I will handle that afterwards with a profiler bit. But for now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to come in with this grinder, and we're going to hog out that whole circle. And I will likely fast speed up the footage because it takes a little bit. All right, that was fun. Now, the next thing I want to do, hopefully you can see that. Let me make sure that nothing got bumped too badly. Yep, you can see it. All right, last thing I want to do is I'm going to buzz this top edge to clean it up. You could clean up the inside with the, with an edge of a grinder, or I could keep that contour blade on, but I'm going to take this off, swap heads on the VSP 320, and we're going to clean up these chips on this top edge. All right, that's it. We got the hole cut 1 inch in from the edge in the middle of a tile. Remarkably, seemingly difficult cut to make. It is not an easy cut to make. As you saw, it's a lot of feel, a lot of time paying attention to what's going on, but I don't think it even took, probably didn't even take 15 minutes. So yeah, that's out. Got that top edge nice and dressed, and it's ready to go in. Now, there are smoothing bits out there, and if you wanted to take one of these little hand pads and run it around in here like this, or there's a couple bits out there that, as long as they're 5/8 11 arbor, you could mount them. They're water fed. It's basically what countertop guys use, but it's got this vacuum brazing all up and down this, and you could take that and hone that inside out. Or again, you could just take a grinder and run it up and down in here and try to smooth that out a little bit more. But aside from that, I give that a big thumbs up. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you.